We can do it together as one. Ninde Bogo. Good morning. Ni wabu sinje. Emiri mone tuetasa. Ninyauka na mubuzarwa. Nenyikiriza zaitu. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Hey, mukokola. Tuyombagana turwana gana tusonjagana. Na yetu kwatiriwa mu. Hati agalia wa mu gegaluminyama. So we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Tuli mukatari. But when we get together as one, we can do it. We can do it. Tuchi sobora. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my people. Mwasuze mutya lirudu hakusatu. Nasimbudireti. Nasimbudireti. But regardless, express gataonyo, express gataonyo. Seganda ise muchibuga kati sengancha ali omunwana ne jamu banangi. Jamu we chibuga. But I hope you guys are doing well today. Lifestyle Wednesday. I want us to talk about the power of getting a second opinion, regardless of what you're doing, whatever decision you're making. A second opinion is always something that I value as a person. I normally ask people, I get the first person to tell me what they think. I already have my thing. Is there a time that you seeking a second opinion saved your money, saved your time, yeah, saved you some trouble because you sought a second opinion? And is there a time that because you did not seek a second opinion, you realize that you had made a mistake? Yeah, I want us to talk about that today because I've realized that sometimes we make mistakes, we lose money, we lose a lot of things because we don't get a second opinion. That's why normally when I'm doing inspections with people, I tell them, okay, call someone. You have someone you can call and ask them about this, because it's important that you have a second opinion. You get it? Even when you're talking to experts, even experts sometimes can make mistakes because experts are human beings. Yeah. So seek second opinion. So is there a time that you had to seek a second opinion, and on seeking second opinion, you realize that, hey, we should have done this sooner? So that's what we are talking about today, Lifestyle Wednesday. Good morning, my people. Kambaze kubara. So second opinions, guys, muburichimu, medical, healthcare, home construction, land purchase, business decisions, car purchase, literally everything, professional decisions. Do you guys think a second opinion is something that is important? And sorry guys, network has taken us off. And yeah, so we are talking about second opinion. What are some of the things that you know you definitely need a second opinion? And this is probably why people have friends. Yeah, sorry guys, still again network took us off. So we are talking about So we are talking about second opinion. We have friends in different areas of our lives, and these friends help give us second opinion. Might not be professional, but a second opinion definitely helps. Good morning, Muyombia Mark, Tusime, Eddie, Viola Namilo, Daniel De World, Katumba, Hamido, Nick Wabuyi, Travel Live Vlog, Patrick Rio, Poultry Farm, George Bob, Saith Kagaba, Murad K, Momo VIP, Derek Lake, Lubura Chris Fitness, Nicholas Kazwechamba, De Hannington, Derek Lulay, George Senkubuge, JFK Arts, Henry Modern Juice, Nsereko Starch, Paul Sema, Dennis 12, Stallone BK, Tusime Eddie, John's Info, Dr. Kasule Matia, good morning. Banange, I have been away for some 2 days. Na ye, anga dute zintu alaganya, na ye I'm back now. Amina. Bridget Kakai, good morning. Nabali Mukamori, how are you? Olistede, if you're not doing well, I really wish you the best. I wish you, if you're sick, quick recovery. If you're going through some hardships, financial or some other sort, I definitely wish you the best. I know, waba olutwita mu mbeera n'olowooza gwekka gwagirimu naye ng'abantu bangi bagiri mu chairman Zach, good morning. I have a friend of mine whom I believe should not have gone to psychiatric help. He was going through some challenges and he went for psychiatry because, well, he's a science believer. He believes in science all the time. So he went for psychiatric help. To deal with depression. And when he came to talk to me, so he came to talk to me to tell me how he's depressed, how he's on medication, how he needs to relax and all that. And I told him, but you don't need medication. What you're going through is what we go through every day. What you're going through is something that we go through every day, because he was describing the kind of hardships that he's going through, how they're affecting him. And I told him, but this is normal for me. I've been going through the kind of life you're going through for how many years. And I go through it and I come out of it. I go through it and I come out of it. But for him, it seemed like he was suffering. It seemed like, I don't know how he was perceiving it. So he started medication. Even as we speak right now, I think he has weekly visits with a psychiatrist, which is really expensive. And then he still takes medication. And I'm thinking to myself, if this person had just called me before he went for psychiatry, just to talk to me, maybe he would have understood that, you know what, people go through challenges. And I find that for us men, especially, we don't have the circles to talk about stuff. Normally, we don't talk about things because we want to appear macho. We want to appear strong even to our peers. We don't want them to think we are weak. We don't want them to think we are crybabies. So we don't go to them to tell them when we are having trouble. Yeah. But you know, guys, when you're having trouble, find a friend and confide in them. You get confide in them. It doesn't kill. But I know that now these days, abasajja benyini bayina olugambo. Nzijukira this dude bamuyitani oyo, when Tamale Mirundi died, then the guy came out and started spilling the guy's secrets. We were coming with Tamale Mirundi from a burial. Then he told me his wife is also his clan, and things that should have never come out to the media. Tamale Mirundi kept it secret for a reason. The guy talked like nothing, but he had not talked about that. Then all of a sudden, the person that claims to be his friend came out and said the secrets. You get it? So I know that we have all those scares, but maybe you should not be too specific when you're talking about stuff with people. Maybe just talk about things in the broad sense, yeah? People are going through it. I was talking to someone that I work with, and they were telling me how they're having financial difficulties and all that. And then I was asking myself, this person, and all the financial obligations that come with my life, the financial burdens that come with my life, I think they will definitely choose their life back. Because I find that there are some people that I used to think were doing very well, very, very well. And I was thinking to myself, okay, like if I were in this person's shoe, I would be changing cars every month. I mean, every year. There is a reason why they are not changing cars. And you just have to sit with them to seek their opinion about life for you to realize. Sometimes actually the opinion will not come directly. You just talk to someone. You just be close to someone and then you realize, oh, I cannot manage this person's life. So guys, why should we get a second opinion? I remember there's I got into a situation. I got an ear condition. I think, Matia, you call it otitis media with the infusion. You get that thing, eh? And I was really tired. I had gone to literally every hospital, every clinic, and people were not giving me options, for treatment. And then I went to Mulago Hospital. You know, when you go to Mulago Hospital and then you pay for private, when I pay for private, I expect to be worked on. And then the consultant, I paid at around 8, the consultant came at 3 p.m. something I don't understand why these guys do what they do. You get it? So the consultant came at around 3 p.m., saw me, and then told me, we will work on it. If you want to be worked on in Mulago, it will take about 2 weeks, but you can come to my clinic. So I went to his clinic. Now, he charged me about 500,000. He was supposed to do an operation. I don't remember what that was. Put 2 tiny things in my ear. They make an incision there, and they put those sides. So the condition I was having was that I had water in my ear. It had gone to my eardrum, and they had to find a way of the water coming out slowly. So I then realized later on that the operation was not really necessary. But I learned later. I now realize that after talking to this guy in Mulago, I should have gone to another big hospital, seen another specialist before I paid for this operation. You get it? Because had I gone to another place, I think we would have gotten a solution that probably would have been cheaper and easier. Why do I know? Is because we went to do the operation and it wasn't even done. Why? Because apparently anesthesia wasn't working on me. So that I don't feel the pain. And those things did not work. The guy asked me, and I've never used drugs. So I told him, and that time I had dreadlocks. So it really looked like I used drugs, yeah? But then, because the operation wasn't complete, and yet my ears got better. You get it? So then I learned that even with the person they call the best specialist in the country, that you have the money to go to Kenya, go to Kenya. So I realized with that condition, if after seeing that specialist, at that time I did not know, maybe it was because of lack of information, I did not know there are so many specialists. When you go to Mulago and they tell you, no specialist, the way they praise them, you'd think that he's the only one in the country. There are others. Okay, you'd think he's the only one in the world. There are others. And because I had a lot of pain in my ears, when the nurses there have said, no specialist, wa mani, wa kabi, and so I just took his word. But then I realized after the operation wasn't successful and I had lost my money, you get, and after that he never answered my phone calls again. I remember his name vividly. He had a clinic along Kavule, Makerere Kavule. He was a big dude. And but when they took me to the Yaka Theater is around Mawanda Road there. So they took me to the Yaka Theater. They actually dressed like doctors that are going to do operation. They were professional there, like dressing those things. But then I realized if only I had sought a second opinion, I would not have lost that money, and I would not gone through that scare of, I have to go through the operation. You get? So sometimes a second opinion and a third opinion would be very, very useful to you. But my ears got better without actually getting an operation. You get? Kati. Now I realize that second opinion there. So every time I get a major medical condition or I have to, so I always ask other doctors. You get, and sometimes for us to avoid these things, we need to get annual full body checkups. I'm going to do one very soon. I'm going to go and do a full body checkup. I want they can check the kidneys, they check the liver, they check the heart, and other random tests, because like when I look at the risk factors in my family line, both my family lines, I have to check for diabetes. I have to make sure I don't have diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure. Okay, I have a little hypertension sometimes, but the doctors have said it's normal. So I have to check those 3 major body parts. They're not body parts. Major organs, to see that they are functioning very well. You get. So if you do that every year, I find that it will be easier it will not be easy for a doctor to come out and pronounce something that you don't have. So guys, we are talking about the second opinion, and I was sharing part of my experience. I have more experiences to share. Of course, some of the experiences I've already shared here, but probably not in this perspective. So guys, share your experience where you should have gone for second opinion but did not and ended up losing. And share your experience where you went for a second opinion and it was the best decision at that time. Let's talk about second opinion. but the operation wasn't necessary. Ndozo chira ne Dr. Kasula agambye the operation wasn't necessary. Okitegeere ne a specialist at Mulago Hospital said I needed to get an operation, which he did not do, and I got better on my own. Okay, I did not get better on my own. After that operation did not work out, I went then to Mengo Hospital, where I realized they also have a specialist who comes once a week at that time. Then I talked to that specialist, and I don't know whatever they did. They gave me some medication and I got better. You get, but I did not need the operation. Those who have only guy specialist when go yabba sente zangi. And I find that normally when they tell you, oh, your specialist, ENT, gynecologist, abana, pediatrician, or pedi, babaita ped. Usegira, or your orthodontician, also, abama guba beta also. Abama so by needing your baba.
don't you want me? Don't you want me? But I tell her. Yes, I tell her. Mansion nimbon, 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 ninza. 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 Turn you on number one. Pass out and I could come on and pull your one, go back one. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't care. You rule my world, you took my heart. Never, but you made me beg. You made me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? You kiss your touch and leave my but why?
Yes guys, network leo tukozeko nnyo emikolo naye tulina omala broadcast eno na ro. Such abadde akyagamba depression is real. Yali ku kyeyo ng'alina land wrangles, yeah? I want to think that depression is real, but did you get medication though? I'm going to read that comment. Unfortunately, chikire change chibadde kimanyidde speed. Walika network yatakadeka video kukubadde kukabudusi. So I have to, let me first adjust my foot chikomeo munomo, then we can continue the conversation. But I'll tell you, for example, the other situation about to get a maso where second opinion was needed. A friend of mine shared a story, and he's from a very prominent family. He shared a story. They lost their sister sometime in 2021, I think 2022. And he was telling me his sister got sick. And when the sister got sick, they went to Mulago. They checked the sister and they told them the sister had cancer. I don't remember what cancer he was talking about, but he told them their sister had cancer. So their sister was treated for cancer for like 2 years, but she wasn't getting any better. Now, I don't know how much you guys believe in African technology, but it was actually African technology. So the Mulago people treat cancer for 2 years. And when this person is not getting better, they eventually say, you know what? Let's go get a second opinion. They have money, so they went to South Africa. And in South Africa, they told them the woman does not have cancer. Taina cancer. So then they were asking themselves, what were they treating all along? But because the woman was already on treatment, then they got another doctor, I think, in Mulago. Then this doctor told them, then, and when I tell you these stories, it seems like it's fiction. It's not. I was also thinking it's fiction. So the doctor gives them a number of a Hajat that deals in the African technology. And they go to this, actually, he gave them a number of a sheikh. And the sheikh actually came to the hospital. When the sheikh comes to this is a second opinion, after the second opinion in South Africa, after 2 years of treating cancer. So when the sheikh came, he looked at the woman, did whatever he did, and said, you know what, guys, I cannot manage this woman. But I know someone who is better than me, who will handle her situation even better. I've shared this story here before. So they go to the other woman that this guy has told them. And when they go to that woman, the woman tells them, you guys came very late, but let's try to fight. So the woman did whatever technology she did, and she started getting things out of the woman, including sand, including nails, metals, out of the woman's body. So this friend of mine narrates that when they went into that woman's workplace, so the technology place, yeah? It was a mansion. So she's one of the rich witches. So as they were going into this woman's workplace, the mansion, their sister was big. Like, you know how someone is too big And this sister of theirs had started getting big when she got sick, and she started getting treatment for cancer. So when they went into this woman's home for treatment, before the woman treated the woman, she could not even walk on her own. She was too big. Yeah. But after the woman got metals, sand, the woman even got fire out of him. So the woman started getting relief, but then also she reduced the size. Like a person that went in big like this, then came out of the woman's house small like this. So you can imagine spending 2 years treating cancer that never existed. And we've had stories. For us that here talk to people, we've had stories like this literally everywhere. Someone can bewitch you, n'olwala bibajjanjaba tebiriyo. Okitegeera, eh? Paka buofa. We've seen people that died naye nga afudde tebategedde kimuluma. Okitegeera. So normally, that's why I normally tell you guys, make money or make friends. So that if you need to get specialized care or a second opinion that is really expensive, you can either afford it or your friends can help you afford it. You get? So if they had gone to South Africa in the beginning, and this was a powerful family, but I think because they went to Mulago, were being handled by a specialist, when the specialist said this is cancer, they started treatment for cancer. But this person did not. So by the time they went for a second opinion to figure out that, oh, you know what, it's not cancer, it was a little too late. And then they started getting treatment for African tech, literally the same places. When I get network interruptions, I'm getting network interruptions in the same places I get network interruptions every day. Like you reach a certain point and then the network disconnects both on Airtel and MTN. And then minutes later, I think then it has connected to another mast. So sorry about that. Kansobe comment ya starch. Agambye, nina comment ye saso myeno wagu. Ateri. Kanikile kuya starch. Mr. Arthur, depression is real. I remember how I got a heartbreak. Again, my land issues. Now, yes, since I love events, I'm invested. I invested my time in it and the community here. Bambi, I'm okay. So, Chris Fitness, again, someone said depression in men stems from underachievement. It can be quickly solved by working more, achieving more, eating right, and strength training. But men were created to live under stress. Exactly. I don't know, Starch. I don't know how you think. Me, I find, like I've said this time and again, depression comes from the worry of what will happen in the future and regrets. When you regret the past and you worry about the future, or you worry about the present and you're confused about the present and you're worried about the future, that brings depression. I find that when you get your game straight, you see, like Starch, when you got a heartbreak, you were thinking about all the things, all the investments you have put in this relationship, and then it did not work out. And then you did not know, am I going to get someone else to love me or to love the way I've loved this person? And then with your land, you had invested a lot of money in the land, and then your land is going. You realize that it's regret, confusion, and worry. When those things get mixed, the thing that we call depression comes. But once you understand and you start dissecting, and I'm not saying that I'm very good at handling these things. Sometimes I'm terrible. Sometimes stress gets to me. And for us as men, especially when we don't have money, things are bad. But like Chris Fitness has said, one of the things that I do for me is lift weights. When I lift weights, when I work hard, like literally all these things go away. So what about anti-starch? When you get depressed and you invest your time in events, somehow things work out. Instead of going for psychiatric help, psychiatry bagenda kwagala okukumira ku treatment, because that's how they work, that's how they make money. Okitegeera, so they'll keep you there. Jangu tukole session week ejja okomeo tulabe naku diagnose ngawe ebirwadde bitategeerekeka, ate they diagnose things that you have never heard of. Okitegeera, nganzo ono guy bwe yagala otitis media with infusion kagamo ngase ngendo kasomako ku internet ngao ate jajja wange yakola ensobi jajjange yangamba amatuga kuluma gati ate omanya amatuga gatta ku bwongo nengamba obwongo bwange bugire bufiire wano nengenda kolo nagende mulage wa specialist. Okitegeera, ne specialist nankolako emikolo. Anyway, Juma Ali, but guys, network etukoze bubi bwe. You guys did not comment at all about second opinion. Guys, let's take this conversation again on tomorrow. Tujaji kubira nayo ngabo tina random cat talk Thursday because network is too close. But thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I know tomorrow will be better. Trust me, I'm going to make tomorrow better. Kati echangi ndabeni networks satu. I'm going to figure out a third network to have so that the live broadcast tomorrow is not interrupted. Kamba siwe. Muyombia Mark Tusime, Eddie Viola Namiro, Daniel The World, Katumba Hamid, Niku Wabuyi, Travel Like Vlog, Patrick Rio, Potter Famo, Pade, George Bob, Saith Kagaba, Morad K, Momo VIP, Derek Lule, Chris Fitness Duburwa, Nicholas Kazibo Chamba, De Hannington, George Senkubuge, Derek Lule, JFK Arts, Henry Modern Drinks, Nsereko Stach, Paul Sema, Dennis 12, Stallon BK, Tusime Eddie, Jones Info, Dr. Kasude Matia, Brigitte Kakai, Chairman Zach Michael UG, Engineer Joshua plus 256, Get Up, Stand Up, Speak Up, Juma Ali, Mugalasi Joshua Mix from Namwabali Mokamoli. Thank you very much. Yes, the network has been terrible, but you know, we don't have to get depressed about it. You get? So I'm not confused about now. I think I've figured out what happens. So I need to probably figure out which network doesn't change masts as much as you remember. You guys were telling me that the reason why I had trouble with my network was because I was using network via the phone, that I needed to get an external router, which I have, and both networks sometimes disturb me. But anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.